Welcome back, everyone, to another community patch, potential skill change, and this one is with Miss Gaige. I'm pretty excited about some changes to Gaige because I've been very critical about her skills in the past. So let's get into this, but as always, just to let you guys know, just because I'm saying some ideas doesn't mean they have to happen, does not mean Shadow has to enact them. I don't want him getting any grief over any of this shit because he's done amazing work. So, with that out of the way, let's talk about Gaige. Now, on the action skill side, I've kind of complained about Death Trap a little bit. There's not much I would actually change with him. It'd be the skills around him. So, as we go down, I already kind of said I'd wish Cooking Up Trouble is just a little bit higher regen. A lot of people disagree with that, so I'll just move on and not beat a dead horse. Buck Up, I don't know if he can fix that and do anything in the AI to make it not stupid. So, if it's possible, but that seems way too hard. If there's like a fight for your life filter or, I don't know, something. Potent as a pony's probably fine. Upshot robot's fine. Unstoppable force is pretty cool. Explosive clap, this just needs a big damage boost to make it worth it. Because right now, this is probably Death Trap's second best augment. But when he hits them and knocks them back, if they don't die, then he's got to move again to start hitting them again. So DPS wise, it's kind of a wash at best. So a bigger radius wouldn't be bad either, but basically more damage. Meta Sterner stuff. I never really noticed this damage reduction that much, so maybe it needs to be boosted a little bit. It's a pretty small damage reduction. The cooldown is probably fine. And caring and sharing is what it is. So up here, these numbers are okay with more pep. I just don't love it, but it's tier 1, and it's boosted by a lot of stuff, so it's okay. This one's just fine as well. Strength of 5 gorillas is solid. The stare, this just needs way more damage. That's it. Simple as that. Bulk up the damage. Pretty much a lot of these rank skills, kind of like Maya's ones, they got boosted, but they're still not high enough. So Shock Storm and Shock and Awe both just need a damage buff. They just don't do enough. Simple as that. Electrical Burn's really solid now. Evil Enchantress is pretty solid. 1-2 Boom needs a massive, massive damage buff because it takes them so long. Actually, I wonder if it's possible to speed up the animation. So, if you could speed up the animation and give it a damage buff, then it would be useful. But it kind of needs both of those things. Warriors Don't Talk. Now, this one I've defended this before because I don't think it has to be as good or as much damage as matching Fire on Flesh or Corrosive on Armor, because Shock really doesn't have many downsides outside of Ion Loaders, pretty much, and like Shock Skags, but there's very few enemies that resist Shock, so being neutral, you don't have to be as good as the highs, because there's that bonus of not having to swap, but I think 15 points at 5 out of 5 is too low. So, like, boosted, I don't think you should be able to hit 75%. So if you doubled it, 30 at 5 out of 5, 66 at 11 out of 5, that's pretty close. That might be slightly high. And I know I'm splitting hairs here, but maybe 5 points per skill level. So you can get it up to 25 out of 5 out of 5. 50 at 10 out of 5, 55 at 11 out of 5. I think that would be really good for Wires Don't Talk. Gaige would be incredibly strong like that. It still won't be as good as Fire on Flesh or Corrosive on Armor, but it would be a lot closer, and I think a lot more people would do Gaige builds at somewhere around that. Maybe 20 20% at 5 out of 5, and then 40 and 44. But I think somewhere between that range of either 1 or 2 more percent per level is it. I'd like the slag chance on IO to be a little bit better, but it's a pretty solid skill, so I'm splitting hairs there again. Make it sparkles just fine. So over here, smaller, lighter, faster, and anarchy, leave those alone. Pre-shrunk is fine. Robot Rampage is actually hurt. Death Trap's only good skill, so leave that alone. Obviously, Bloodsoaked Shields is amazing. Yeah, no problems here. No problems with Discord. Annoyed Android. A lot of people say they don't notice it that much. It'd be nice to boost it a little bit higher. Rational. It's fine. Death from above. Let's just go down here. That one takes a little more thought. I think the stacks... I think it'd be fine if you'd lower the stacks consumed. I don't know if there'd be any way to make that where it's just always one stack, no matter how many points you put into it. As the rank damage goes up, it doesn't consume more stacks. That might fix it. Because the problem now is just 5 stacks is a lot. And for how often it can go off, you can just chew your anarchy down. So, yeah. Pretty much that. Nth degree, I wish it could get better than every 5th bullet. So I think the number here just has to get a little bit better, because Nth degree is cool, but it's the worst out of like the Boar skills, Boar Chain Reaction, and Nth degree. And every 5th bullet, again, it's just not enough. No comms really boost it, so every 2nd bullet's probably too much. Somewhere, maybe every 3rd's okay. It would probably take a little playing to see if every 4th or every 3rd, but I think it should be boosted there. And then lastly, with claws. God, without completely reworking this, I don't know what to do. Yeah. So I'm going to leave this one alone without completely replacing it. Because, I mean, there's a bunch of cool ideas, but they'd be hard, you know, before I talked about maybe having something on it so if you have it when you die, you don't lose your anarchy stacks. That's something I think would be really worth it to have a capstone in this tree. So even if you're not going to melee a lot, you would want to keep it just for that fact. But that might be pretty hard to write in. I don't know how possible that is to make it happen. So yeah, but that's what I would do with Gaige. So fairly simple changes for the most part, because like things like buck up, I don't know how you rewrite the AI. That's, I think, beyond what we're asking. But a lot of it, explosive clap, the stare, and 1-2 boom all just need a damage buff. Actually, most of their stuff is just damage buffs. Shock Storm and Shock and Awe need damage buffs. Wires Don't Talk could use a little bit of a buff. Maybe a slight percentage to slag buff there. Death from Above, reduce the stacks. Nth degree, make it happen on every 3rd or 4th bullet. And with claws, God, I just don't know if you can do much with that. So, oh yeah, and Made of Sterner stuff, increase the damage reduction, because I don't think it's really that noticeable. So that would be my skill changes for Gaige. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I hope Shadow can do quite a bit, because I think I enjoy that stuff. I will see you all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.